Hello, my name's Mel, welcome to my world, and for those of you that are new to my channel, it's all about self-built campervans and campervan related stuff. So if that's something that interests you, then please do consider subscribing to my channel. Now today I'm going to do a follow-up video. I'm going to talk about alcohol stoves. Which one of these alcohol stoves is better suited to use inside your van in the event that your cooking appliance should happen to fail. Should you run out of gas, or should you run low on electricity if you use electricity for cooking. If you've got one of these in your van, it's not a problem. You can simply carry on cooking or making your daily latte. Now one of these I'm going to try and modify to make it a little bit safer for using inside your van. So stick around and we'll put these to the test. So let's take a little look at what I've got here. Let's start with the first one. This first one is the more traditional alcohol stove. You see these a lot of campers and trekkers use these. They're very popular, for good reason too. They're very efficient, but this video isn't about the efficiency. We're not going to be talking about the running costs, and for that reason I'm going to use methylated spirits. And another reason I'm going to use methylated spirits, because somebody actually asked me, can you use methylated spirits in an alcohol stove? Well, it clearly shows you on the front of these. There's a little picture there and it says on there fuel for alcohol burners, so that's what I'm going to be using. I'm going to use methylated spirits because it is widely and readily available from most good DIY outlets. Now this stove, unfortunately the little lid has fallen off. I've got to admit this was my fault. I was playing with it trying to make it a little bit looser, and yeah, it broke off. So we'll put that to one side, we'll put that lid to one side. This is what it looks like. It's got a chamber in the middle. You've put your methylated spirits in there, or your alcohol inside the middle, and the flames are supposed to come out around the edges, around these little holes. But we'll put that to the test in a minute. And it does come with this nice little stand that fits in there, so that's quite secure. I don't think that's going to fall over. Now let's have a look at this one. This was the wood burner with the chamber in it. This is a wood burner and it is designed for burning wood. I think somebody in the last video said it was called a hobo stove, and rightly so as well. That's exactly how they were originated. I think during the Great Recession in America, someone rather clever used some paint cans and come up with this idea. But anyway, I'm not going to try and put it together. This tray that comes with it is for the alcohol. You simply put the alcohol in it here and you light it. But here's the thing I don't like, because it goes like that, because your pots go on top of here. So this is your pot stand. Your tray either goes in there or underneath. But to be honest with you, I personally would not use that inside a camper van with alcohol in it. I would stick to using this outside and use it for what it is designed for. It's designed for burning wood. Yeah, I'll be very reluctant to use this inside the van with alcohol. I'm not even going to try it. There's no way I'm putting alcohol in this tiny little tray and setting light to it inside my van. After all, this is my home and I don't want to burn it down. So we're not even going to try this one. So that one, that one's out of the picture, okay? The wood burner, I'm not lighting that inside my van. Now the other one, this is pretty much my favourite one so far, is this wooden one. Not only because it looks nice, but because it's got this big base as well. And that to me is not going to fall over. Unlike this one, and this is going to slide around a bit, there is a chance, well I don't know, maybe a very small chance you could knock that over. So for that reason I'm not going to like this one either. So we're going to concentrate on this one, because for me this is the safest one to use inside a van. But to make it even safer, just got some water on my kettle. You see, that is stable, right? Now that is really stable. But I saw this video and one of my subscribers commented and suggested I watch this video, and it's by a guy, his YouTube channel is Old Man in a Shed. I think that's his, anyway. Brilliant video. So I've got to give him credit for this idea, and I'll put a link up there to that video, and that's Old Man in a Shed. He come up with an idea of using this stuff. So I went and brought some, and this is called ceramic wool. Now I'm not sure about the health and safety aspects of this. I don't know if it's fibrous, if the fibres from this get in your lungs, it's going to do you any damage. So I'm going to handle it really carefully. But what I'm going to do is cut out a circle of this and put it in the middle, and then soak the methylated spirits into this, and then we'll light it and see what happens. But like I say, I'm not really sure about it. It does feel very fibrous and very brittle. See, I wouldn't want to breathe this in, so I'm going to cut this very carefully, a round circle, and then put it inside there before lighting it. And it just so happens, look at that, that actually fits in there perfect. So I'm going to use the base of my methylated spirits to cut a circle in my ceramic wool. Brilliant. Right, let's do that first before we go any further. Let's find a suitable knife. There we go. I think this one's pretty sharp. So I've decided to bring this outside to do it because, like I say, I'm not sure about the fibres of this. I don't know if it's really that safe to breathe in, and I don't have a mask. So for that reason, I've opted to bring this outside. So what I'm going to do is simply place that on there and cut round it. Try not to push down. It does crush, it crushes really easy. So the weight of the bottle might crush it. So we're going to take that off now we've marked it. And just carry on cutting around this. Hopefully this will fit inside the burner. So that's our piece. Not too sure about this. Maybe I should be wearing gloves as well. So that's going to fit nice and snug in there. Like that. So now I'm going to put methylated spirits in there. And the initial burn, again, I'm going to do this outside. I'm going to put the methylated spirits in it, set light to it outside, so that any fibres can actually, if they're going to release into the atmosphere, they're not going to be doing it inside my van. It's going to be outside, and hopefully I won't breathe any of those fibres in. Okay, so let's put this in here. I'm just going to put a little bit in now. So a little bit, I'm going to pour it in. Not too much. Soak. Now the idea behind this is, if it does get knocked or whatever, it's not going to spill out inside the van. Let's see if it actually works. Don't know if this will light it. Oh yeah, straight away. You probably can't see the flame, but there was definitely a flame there. Doesn't look that bad either. It's not like it's flaring up. I think I'll be happy to take that inside the van, but I'll let that burn first, just to see what happens. You can hear it. I'm surprised the wind doesn't blow it out actually. I'm quite impressed with that. So like I say, I'm going to let it burn, do its thing, wait till it burns right out, and as long as it doesn't catch, the wood doesn't catch fire, then I'll take it in the van and try it inside the van and see how long it takes to boil a kettle. Right. I'm just going to let that burn. Flames are coming pretty close to the camera, so I'm going to move the camera. Okay, so back in the van, I've let this burn out, and I've got to say, because the flame was getting blown everywhere, the side of the wood did actually get a bit scorched. Yeah, the corners got a bit burnt, particularly this side here, this edge here. It didn't actually catch fire, but did get a bit scorched, but that's because of the wind. So let's try inside the van. Fire extinguisher at the ready. Actually, I've got a fire blanket somewhere. Yeah, I'm going to grab my fire blanket just in case. And I'm going to set light to this. I've reloaded it and it doesn't leak, so I'm pleased with that. Now the lid off of the other alcohol stove, I'm going to use this to try and damp the flame down by laying it on top once I've lit it. First thing I'm going to do though, before I light this, is find my fire blanket. It should be around here somewhere. Should be where I could find it, shouldn't it? Okay, fire blanket at the ready. Let's light this and see what happens. And can I boil my kettle? That's the important thing. Am I going to get a coffee at the end of this? That's lit. It's a thing, like, you can't really see the flame, so it could be quite dodgy using this inside a van. I don't know if I can actually recommend this. But there you go, now I'm inside the van and there's no wind. It does look quite controllable. Maybe I won't need this after all. That's just a nice single flame. That is quite warm. Let's give it a minute to warm right up, because once it warms up, once the metal warms up, it starts to evaporate the methylated spirits quicker and the flame gets bigger, I think. I think that's how it works. But out of interest, what would happen if I put that on there? Will it go out or will it... No, it has. It's died the flame down. So yeah, it's controllable. Not everyone's got one of these, right? But I think you'll find no good fork. You know, I don't think that'll have the same effect. Oh, it does. There you go. If you lay a fork on there, it kills the flame as well. You can hardly see it, but we don't want to do that. Oh, maybe a big spoon would be too big. Might melt the handle. Yeah, I think simply by putting a spoon on there, it definitely calms the flame down. Right, let's see if we can boil a kettle. Now I've already put 1 cup of water in this kettle, so we'll put that on top of there and see how successful this is. Will it work? Brilliant, I think it's going to work. And I'm quite certain that's quite safe as well. Yeah. Don't know about the fumes. I'm going to shut my door, see if any fumes accumulate inside the van, or any more than normal anyway. Let's just close this. Was that blowing it out? No, still going. But to be honest, I mean, I would do this anyway. If I was cooking in the van, I would always have my fan on slightly just to draw the air out. I'm going to open that little crack there. I'll just simulate what I would usually do if I was boiling the kettle on a normal day. This is pretty much it. So it's still going. I'll bring it down, you can see what I mean. Let's turn the light off on the camera. There you go. You can see the flame. Kettle's getting nice and wet. So yeah, it is definitely working. I'm pleased with that. Let's turn the light on. Oh, here we go. I might be getting a coffee out of this. Well, there you go, the kettle is definitely boiling, and I have to say that actually boiled quicker than it does on my gas ring for some strange reason. And I think there's plenty left. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Well, there you go. It just goes to show you can actually use a alcohol stove inside a camper van. Would I use one of these? Absolutely not. There's no way I would like this inside this van. Definitely, because it's just too unstable. This little tray, I mean, you're asking for disaster. So I would definitely not use one of those. Stick to using them outside and burning wood. One of these, yeah, I think I would probably use it. But personally, this one, because it is more stable, you can put that ceramic wall inside there so it's not spillable. It's cooled down. It's cooled down quite quickly. And now that it's cooled down, you can see that methylated spirits still isn't going to tip out of there. So I definitely recommend one of these. Whether or not you put the ceramic wall in there, it's up to you really, but for me personally, I think it's a brilliant idea using ceramic wall just for the safety aspect. You know your methylated spirits isn't going to come spilling out, all your alcohol. So there you have it. Yeah, I'd recommend using one of these inside your van, but like I say, it is purely to get you out of trouble, to make sure you can get your daily latte should you happen to run out of gas or electricity. And on that note, I'm going to now enjoy my daily latte. So if you found this video useful, mildly entertaining, or even slightly informative, then please do give me the thumbs up. And don't forget, if you're new to my channel, please do consider subscribing. And the next video, I'm going to give you the result on my Bluetti. Did it manage to keep up running my fridge on nothing but solar for a whole week? So make sure you subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra for now. Oh, that's good.